Hey y'all, welcome to my video. My name is Karen and I'm going to be making some blueberry sauce today, blueberry compote. So I have about 1.5 cups of frozen blueberries and I'm just going to throw those into the pot here. And then I'm going to add about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water depending on. Now I have frozen blueberries and they're going to have a lot of moisture and water in them, so I'm just going to put in about 3/4 of this. Maybe all of it. Looks like I'm going to need all of it. And then, oh, where is my sugar? I have some sugar somewhere. Goodness. And then you're going to need 1/2 to 3/4 cup of sugar, depending on your taste. So you're going to keep this on medium. And so we've got the blueberries, the water, sugar. No, that's good enough for now, and we'll taste it later. And then we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon, and I'll tell you the instructions, the quantities in a minute. Add a little bit of cinnamon to that, and probably best that you get a wooden spoon for this project. Just give it a little stir. So these blueberries I got from ShopRite. They're frozen. They're bird's eye and they cost about $3. So if you're going to do something like a compote, it's best to probably get frozen instead of fresh. That is so that way you don't have to wash the fresh ones and pick all the stems out. So this is going to stay on here for quite a few minutes. So let me tell you what you're going to do. So obviously you got a pot, so you're going to put 1.5 cups of blueberries. If you want a huge amount, I don't today. You can do 3 cups. I don't need a lot. 1.5 cups of blueberries, 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of sugar, depending on your taste. 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water, depending on if it's fresh or frozen, because there's more water in frozen. A pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I did forget to do because I was so busy talking to y'all. I guess that's a pinch. And let me get some cornstarch here going, because you need some kind of flour to thicken it. So there's one. I'm going to do 1.5 because it seems like it's a little bit too much cornstarch for just these. And what else you're going to need is either lemon or an orange. Oh, got some blueberries stuck. There we go. You're going to need an orange. You're going to need some vanilla. You're going to need a zester. And we'll see what else. Let me stir this up. If you can see that or not. That is what it's starting to look like. It's starting to get nice and warm. Now I plan to make some pancakes this morning because somebody in my household really wants them very badly. So I'm going to just stir this up. Make sure it's all combined. I'm not going to really try to over stir. You can see the sauce is already starting. And this will thicken more when it cools. Gonna go there? No, not like that. And I'm gonna eat some cantaloupe on the side because it is pretty late today and I have not yet eaten anything, so we're just gonna wait for this to really cook. You don't need any oil or anything in it. About 10 minutes it's going to take. It took 10 minutes for 3 cups of blueberries. This is 1.5, so it might take shorter. You can see it's starting to thicken. I might even put it on a little bit lower. Do not want to burn them. I have never ever made blueberry sauce, blueberry compote. You know, when you go to IHOP, you go to Denny's and you ask for blueberry pancakes and they bring out this compote stuff, you know that it's not real. The berries look about the size of, I don't know, like a little mustard seed. And you're like, okay, can I just get some real blueberries, you know? So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just going to check the time. What do we have? 6 minutes? Something like that. 7. So let me just let that go, and when it is done, which should be about a couple more minutes, then I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is done. It's looking really, really good. It's very creamy. Well, I wouldn't say it's thick. It's getting thicker. A lot of the blueberries obviously broke down to be into sauce, into a sauce. But there's still a lot of really good blueberries left here. So what you're gonna do, I'm just gonna leave that in there. Just gonna put a little bit of vanilla just to season it up a little bit. It says about 1/8 of a teaspoon, but I always kind of just put some in. And a little bit of either lemon or orange juice and orange peel. In order to, I believe you can see what I'm doing over here. I take the orange right here, and I kind of push it down and roll it a little bit. That's what Rachel Ray says to do. That way you kind of get all the juices flowing. It said about 1/4 teaspoon of zest and juice. I guess I'll just have to eyeball it. So first, I already took a little bit of zest off here to put in my pancake mix, just because I want those all flavored too. You don't want them just plain. And who was it? Joy, the lady from Joy Baking said you want to get the zest, but when you get to the white part, stop, because that's kind of bitter. That's the peel. You just want the nice orange or lemon or lime. I have no idea how much it is when you're doing it. I don't exactly put it into a spoon and weigh it out. Okay, that's all I'm going to do, just because I don't want to overpower the blueberries with this. And I'm just going to take this. That's all the zest I got from it. And obviously I'm not going to put this on a hot pan. I'm just going to put it in the top there of the spoon. Let it go down. Oh, this is already thickening so well. Okay. And just let me wash my finger really quick. Still have some zest on it. I'm whipping up my pancakes again. Then I'm going to cut this beautiful, beautiful orange. I get these for $1 each on my farmer's market, and they come out so big. Sometimes if you don't roll it, you can just take your knife and do the back to it, so it can also get the juices out. And let's just squeeze some orange juice in there. There we go. I'm probably going to take that apart and put it in a bowl and eat it later. And just get that zest off there. And obviously before you take this out and put it in a jar, I don't have a mason jar. I wish I did. I actually forgot to take one out before I started the video. You're going to want to taste it. You don't want to just take it out without tasting. You got to taste your food, especially before you serve it to people. Now, people in your household might have a different variety of taste buds as far as sugar. If you don't want to put real sugar in here, maybe stevia, maybe Splenda. It's not that much that wouldn't cause. So You're right over my silverware drawer. And I'm going to take just a little bit of the, I don't actually need a blueberry, just a little bit of the sauce. I'm going to bring it up to the camera that you can see. That is so, I am so proud of myself because I never thought that I could do something like this. And it's so super easy. We in our minds complex things to the max. And this is just so super easy. I'm waiting just for a second to cool down on my spoon before I take it. I do not want to burn my tongue. Too much orange. Make sure that you cut that orange. What I'm going to do, turn this back on for just a minute, heat it back up, and see if I can't get some of that orange out. Also, did I forget my salt? Nope, I did. I'm going to cut a little bit more salt in there because the orange is too overpowering. So while that gets going, I am going to put this other pan on and start making some pancakes. The pancakes mix, I think, is Krusty's or, not Dunkin' Donuts, what was the other one? Betty Crocker and Hungry Jack. So, you can see my pan over here. I think I'm going to try to make smaller ones today, like silver dollar ones. Excuse me, I'm blubbering. I got some olive oil spray. That's what I'm going to put in my pan, just because it's easier. If you're going to put butter on top of your pancakes, it's better to do spray. Because if you're going to put butter down, then it might be too much butter. So, there we go. I just wanted it to get a little bit more warmer. That way that zest that I put in there can kind of cook in instead of just be right there on the top. Alright, so now I'm going to take this and put this in the back burner. And I'll be right back with everything else. Okay, I think we're ready to make some pancakes. I'm just going to see if the timer is going. Yes, it is. Okay, you couldn't see from my angle. So obviously I did not make that much blueberries. There's that in the bowl right there. But I still have it in the pot just in case I want to heat it up a little bit by the time these get done. And also you can use these, if they're cool, on ice cream. Like I said, French toast, waffles, pancakes, or you can just keep them in a bowl like this and later on just eat them for dessert. Excuse me. And I might put a little bit of cream, like a little bit of heavy whipping cream in this just to make it look creamy when I put it on the pancakes. So now I'm going to pick this up, turn it to the side, and my grandmother, ooh, it looks like it's a little warm. A little warm. My grandmother always said, do a tester first. Don't start putting them on the pan until you do the tester. So I'm going to take just a little bit. And do the tester. Oh, and I get a plate, which is right above you. You're in my kitchen. I think I'm going to put this right here on this other burner. So obviously you're going to, if you've ever cooked pancakes before, you know that you've got to let the bubbles come up through. And once that happens, the spatula is supposed to flip it over. So I think that is the perfect heat right there. I did add about another quarter cup of sugar to my blueberries. I thought they needed it. And now they are just so sweet. And just, oh man, they're so good. I cannot wait. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been preparing all day. I've cleaned my living room. I've cleaned my kitchen. I am now ready to sit down and just munja. Usually I do pretty, like, 1 or 2 or 3 big pancakes, but I think I'm going to try to do a few silver dollar ones. My stomach right now is letting me know, hey, it is time. It is time to eat. Don't press it down. My grandmother always told me. She's like, what are you doing? Don't press it down. You're going to press the fluff out of it. She didn't say it like that, but she said it in her own way. Take this little bitty one. Here we go. I'm just going to put a little bit more spray into it. And now I'm ready. These were my grandmother's measuring cups, and I will keep them forever. Probably going to do about 3. You can hear that? That's my stomach growling. I do not have a flat, what is it called, a skillet. I used to have one with my grandmother's, but it just got too dirty and all kind of corroded, so I had to just... Now it's kind of hard to do pancakes on a pan like this because the sides are lifted up. So sometimes if you see 2 pancakes are doing well and one isn't, like this one over there, I just take the pan and get more heat on the one that's being ignored. But what I'm going to do now is take this little nice pancake that I just made, and I'm going to dip it in the blueberry sauce. Oh my god. Alright, hurry up. Perfect. I have been a pancake connoisseur for many years because I love pancakes, and when you love something, you learn how to cook it really well. And if I did not have already a box mix, I'd probably just make my own. With some flour, probably some baking powder. There we go. That one's a little light. The third one is always tricky. Oh well. Move over. Don't crowd the pan. And just let it sit there. I'm just going to take this up, move it, and let it sit. Don't press it down. Don't touch it. Don't bother it. Let the cooking do its time. And I'm going to pause it here until I'm all ready to assemble my wonderful pancakes with my homemade blueberry sauce. Hi everybody, I just turned this on for another minute just to heat it up. And what I'm going to do, sorry, I don't know my switches here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of heavy cream in here. Just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit, but what I'm going to do first is just take this off, let it cool again. I'm not going to touch that burner. And I am going to butter my pancakes, because what is pancakes without a little bit of butter? So I'm just going to come over here, put a little bit of butter on that one, a little bit of butter on this one. There we go. And I want you to do me a favor. Instead of heading into this like you're completely and utterly starving, which I am, I want you to, instead of just eat it, I want you to taste it. I want you to enjoy your food. We're not eating it just to eat it. We're making wonderful and beautiful things for you to enjoy it. So, whether you got kids around or not, just eat your food like it's the last bite you're ever gonna have. Just to really enjoy the food that you make. All that buttery goodness. I didn't say that it was going to be a low fat or low caloric item. I'm going to take just a little bit, I don't know. They didn't say this on the video. This is just my thought. Just a little bit of cream. And pour it in the blueberries. And if I should happen to have messed this up royally, then I still have half of the blueberry left. I'm going to take a little bit more, not much. Because I don't want just blueberries, but I wanted blueberries and whipped cream, so I'm going to put some whipped cream in here. And now that you're not just going to have blueberries, but you're going to have sweet, creamy blueberries. You can see that. And you'll see it more when I pour it on top of these bad boys. But first, you're like, what now? We want to eat. We want to see you eat this. Let me just see how hot that is. Let me just put this in the middle. I like sometimes powdered sugar on my waffles and my French toast and everything else, trying to make this look pretty here in the middle. There we go. I like some powdered sugar, and I know if I put it on top of the blueberries, then I'm not going to taste it because it's going to sink into the blueberries. So I'm going to take just a teeny bit. If you don't want to do this, if that is not your cup of tea, don't worry about it. And this also might melt into the butter, which would be very good. I do not have a regular sifter, but I have one of these sieve things that I'm going to use. Not a lot, because you already have. There we go. Don't need any more than that. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have made some sausages too, but we'll do that next time. So I'm going to take this. You can still see my plate here. Oh, here we are after a very long time. I'm going to scoop some of these berries out over these pancakes that have that powdered sugar on them. And if this is too thick for you, you don't like the consistency, put some water back into it. You know, the wooden spoon was great for cooking, but I have to get my little scooper duper thing because that works so much better. That's the technical term. It's a scooper duper thing. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me through these moments of having to clean some utensils and whatever else. Okay. And I do think I'm going to add just a teeny bit more water to this last little bunch. Because you do want a little bit of juice. Take one more scoop of this, put it in here, mix it up. This part is going to be where the juice comes. Oh yeah, that is not too much for me. Pour it on. Remember to at least put some water in that pan that you have the blueberries in. If not, it will be a royal pain to get out. So, there we go. And again, I want to thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I can't believe I'm about to eat this. And another tip, if you like really cold milk, I like to take my milk about 10-20 minutes before my meal is even done. Put it in a mug, a coffee mug, and put it in the freezer. That way it's really nice and cold. Oh my gosh. Just do not drop the plate, Karen. Just do not Do not drop the plate. You might need like a little wet nap or bib or something with this. Oh my gosh. I want you to see blueberries. This looks so good. It's a big bite. Oh my god. A little too many blueberries for my taste. I should have poured the rest in the other one. But that is okay. I will sop it up with something else. So, thank you so much for watching my video. Excuse me. I just want to make sure that you saw the picture of the pancakes and blueberries. And when you watch me make the whole thing, so you got to see the ending. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's another long video, but I am very proud of myself for this one. I really am. God bless y'all. Love you. Bye, guys.